or two.
Right.
With an insurance company that you know has got maybe $250,000 on the table.
Yeah.
It tells you something like that.
$250,000 on the table, and they're offering $5,000.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often. I've seen it happen to some other attorneys, but certainly not me. I mean, I've had situations, we talk about it, insurance companies will knock on your door. Progressive insurance company is notorious for this. You get into an accident, and within a day or two, hello, ma'am, or hello, sir, I'm from Progressive Insurance. I represent the vehicle that you were in the accident with. We wanted to check to make sure you're okay. And they're looking around, how's it going? And, I see that, you're not that badly injured. I'd like to give you this check for $500 right here. Wow. Would you mind just signing for it? And sometimes that poor sucker signs that document, takes the $500, and their case is over. People that are smart about it say, wait a minute, this doesn't make much sense. An insurance company that I have not invited to my home is coming here on their own, willing to pay me money. Something doesn't add up.
Right.
If you remember, I had a case years ago, about 5 years ago now, that the same thing happened. She called me. She says, the insurance company offered me $500. Should I take it? I said, no. Tell them to leave right now. You have an attorney. Your attorney's name is Adam Handler.
Right.
He leaves. She comes to my office. We work on the case. 6 months later, they offer her $63,000 for her injuries. And you know what I did? I told them that they needed to settle for $63,500 because they got to throw that extra $500 in that they would have paid her initially, and they did it. So can you imagine? $500 turned into $63,500, and that's exactly why you need an attorney whenever you have any legal problem, whether it's a criminal case, a matrimonial case, a child support case, a collections case, an immigration case, a personal injury case. You can't go at it alone. We all have our specialties. We all have our training. We all have our limitations. If I need to get my car fixed, I'm definitely not going to work on it in my driveway. I'm going to bring it to the shop. If I need medical attention, I'm not going to have my mother just make me chicken soup. I'm going to go to a doctor or the hospital. If I need a good DJ for a party, I'd probably do that myself because I actually know what I'm doing. But I'd probably call you or RJ if I was, desperate and didn't want to have to DJ. I want to just enjoy my own party. You should do what you're trained to do. Do what you're comfortable with. So if anybody out there has any legal problem whatsoever, and I'm hoping you don't, but if you do, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family to give me a call. The consultation is absolutely free. I welcome you with wide arms. Come in, tell me what's going on. I'll let you know if and how I can help you. And if you don't have any issues right now, which I hope everybody out there can say, I know it's not true, but I hope you can say it at least, have that number saved in your phone. God forbid you ever do need it. It's going to be in your phone as either Adam Handler or Adam Attorney or Case Handler or Pollack, Isaac, DeCicco, my firm. However you want to save it, make sure it's in your phone with your important numbers. It's one less thing you have to think about when, God forbid, something terrible happens and you need to figure out how you're going to protect your rights.
Right. Now, question, Adam. Once you declare and you make it clear to I guess the other insurance company or the attorney, whoever they're sending to bribe you to take this money, that you have an attorney, it's hats off. They can't talk to you anymore.
Absolutely right. Once you're represented, you should not be solicited by anybody. In fact, that goes for lawyers too. There's a million questions I have for the defendants in my cases, but I can't just call them up and say, hey, what happened here, what happened then? I have to take a deposition. It has to be a formal statement on the record. They're represented by counsel, make sure that their rights are protected, and that's the way it goes. So anybody out there that has a case that's being consulted by anybody other than their own lawyer or doctor, you should definitely make somebody aware of that, because that's a big no-no.
Indeed, indeed. Now, if you listen to the program, please take out your phones and save this number. If you're not using a phone and you're still using a phone book, then put it in your phone book. The number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. 3529. That's the number for Adam Handler, the case handler, the baddest attorney. And I mean bad. And I'm looking on your testimonial Tuesdays, and Olivia it is?
Olivia,
yeah,
yes.
She actually looks
yep,
like...
She knows you very well. She's got a nice little salon up there in the Mount Vernon area, but definitely knows who you are.
Oh, I know who that is. I'm zooming in now. Yeah.
She's super plugged in. And she's a good friend. She's not just a client. She's family too. Years ago I represented her in a case. She was a pedestrian. She was mashed up pretty badly. She was with me in my prior firm. When I left, she signed up right away. We got her, obviously, the top number for her case in that first instance. And then, we kept in touch. Years go by. How you doing? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. Whatever it was. And about 7 months ago, she calls me. She's like, Adam, it happened again. Somebody else hit me. This time, it's my knee. It's in bad shape. I just had a surgery. She actually went at it on her own for about a month. I was, how could you possibly have an accident and not call me right away? But she was dealing with some other things, and eventually she realized once she had to have the surgery that it was obviously something that she needed to make sure that she had a professional working on.
Right.
And she came to me, and we got her the full amount. And anybody following on Facebook or Instagram, Case Handler, will see every Tuesday we post true life success stories. So this is a situation, and again, we talk about this all the time, about underinsurance. The person that hit her only had, did we put the, just forgive me because I don't want to breach any confidentiality, did we put the amount on the on testimonial Tuesday?
Yes, it's actually on there.
The full amount?
Full amount, $50,000?
Okay, good. All right, so the insurance company, again, I want to protect everybody. Some people want the numbers posted, some people don't, for many different reasons. So, yeah, the
you
person
got it in writing, you got it in writing, and you got it in numerals.
Right, okay. So it doesn't say confidential on there. Okay, all right, well, I appreciate that. Listen, we always like to post these results because this is real life, man. I mean, this is real life success story. So anyway, so she's hit by a car. They only have $25,000. We're fighting. Finally, they fork over the $25,000, which allows me now to go after her insurance to get the balance. So she had $50,000 of underinsurance. Okay. That's insurance she had on her own car that protects her if somebody either has no insurance or the low insurance. So it's not that she can collect $25,000 from the car and another $50,000 from her car. It's a combined of $50,000.
Okay.
So we got $25,000 from Geico, the additional $25,000 from State Farm, for a full amount of $50,000. Now, for example, if she had $100,000 of UM coverage, we could take $25,000 from Geico, and then how much from Geico? $25,000 from Geico, and then how much from State Farm? If it's 100 total,
it's 100
25 plus.
Oh, you can get 75 from her.
There you go, 75,000 for the full 100. So, unfortunately, she didn't have that coverage. She wasn't like Elvin, who we talked about a week or two ago, who we got $25,000 from Geico. And then from his own insurance company, we got additional $195,000. So it's all about your coverages. I mean, we never expect to be in an accident, and certainly insurance is one of the most boring things to have to pay for.
Right.
But it's there when you need it the most, and in this case, it worked out for her benefit. And of course, the fact that she came back to us. What bigger compliment could somebody pay other than referring you somebody, but coming back to you saying, listen, I loved the way you handled things to begin with. I would love for you to handle it the same way again. So thank Olivia for that.
Now, I got to say thanks to you too, Adam, because thanks to you and discussions we've had on air, I have that added insurance now. I never had it on my policies before. I own 3 cars, and I have it on all 3 cars because, we're living in a time where you have some people that are driving without insurance, and you got people that are also driving with minimum insurance, and because that's maybe all they can afford. So if you can afford for a few extra dollars a month, because that's what it really comes down to, and I thought it would be like thousands of dollars or maybe even $500. It's really a couple of dollars a month more to get that added insurance. And people, if you're listening to the program, check your policy, and if you don't have it, please, for a couple of dollars more a month, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your family, and you're protecting yourself in case you're seriously injured and need medical attention for the rest of your life, because some people get into accidents like that, Adam.
Yeah, of course. Listen, you never know when it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. It could happen on a Saturday, a Wednesday, 2 a.m., 2 p.m. This is what real life is, and it's all about whether or not you're covered and whether or not protected. So by having the proper insurance and the right attorney working for you, I think you're in good hands right there.
Indeed, indeed. Adam Handler, the case handler. The number again is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Now, Adam, we're getting into the summer season where people start to ride motorcycles. And I've always wondered, I mean, what kind of insurance does one get when you ride a motorcycle? And if one's injured while riding a motorcycle, do they have any protection?
They do. So motorcycle insurance is just like any other car insurance, but the only difference is on motorcycle insurance, you can only have liability insurance. There is no fault coverage or medical coverage for motorcycles. So if you're involved in a motor vehicle accident while you're on a motorcycle, you're not going to have coverage through your own policy. So let's just backtrack again. So when you're in New York or New Jersey, when you're driving a vehicle and you're in an accident, your insurance pays your medical bills, regardless of who's at fault. Right. It's called no fault insurance. Your car pays your medical bills, nothing you have to worry about. When it comes to motorcycle accidents, your insurance does not provide the coverage. You either have to use your health insurance or have the doctors essentially work on IOUs. The bills pile up, and then eventually it becomes part of the case. The trade-off is that in New York, because you have the no-fault insurance guaranteed to you, you have to have a certain level of injury. We call it the serious injury threshold. You have to have a certain criteria met, either a fracture, a scar, a loss of a fetus, you're out of work for a certain amount of time, it's actually 90 of the first 180 days, or the catch-all category, the significant limitation, your shoulder doesn't work the same way, or your knee or your back. It's something we have to prove. But with a motorcycle, there's no limitation. You could literally sue for a broken fingernail or scratches on your leg. I don't know what exactly that would be worth, but in exchange for not having the medical coverage, you can sue for almost any kind of injury. So if, God forbid, you're involved in a motorcycle accident and actually live to be able to come to my office and hire me, you have a strong case, provided that we're able to establish that the accident was the fault of the other vehicle.
Right. Once again, if you're tuned into the program, I always say you never know when you're going to get in an accident, or a friend or a family member. So save the number just in case. And if you want some advice, and if you want to find out if you have a case, call Adam Handler, the case handler. Of course, you can call him whether day or night. The number is simple. It's 844-774-3529. There's always someone standing by. And with accidents, Adam, we always talk about documenting as much as you can. If you can take your phone out, take pictures, which to me now seems to be the easiest thing, because when you get into an accident, you say, let's exchange paperwork, and sometimes you write it down wrong. Take the person's license, take a picture of his license, take his registration, take a picture of the registration, take a picture of the accident, take a picture of the corner, take a picture of the stop sign, take as much pictures as you want, and come throw those pictures down on Adam's desk, email them to Adam, and he will do the rest. There's no such thing as
if you're obviously able to do so. I'm gonna have a deposition tomorrow with a guy that was rear-ended, and I asked him what the car behind him looked like, the damage, and he said to me, "I didn't see it. I remained in the car.
Okay.
The ambulance came. They took me. They took me out.
Sure.
I didn't get a chance to see the damage. So sometimes you're able to do it. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes it backfires. I have a picture." The defense exchanged a picture of my client taking photographs. So the defendant attorney goes to me, well, how badly injured could your client have been if she was out there taking photographs for an hour and a half of all the damages and all the lines? So it comes to a degree.
Right.
If you're able to safely do so, obviously we want to preserve the evidence. But if you're injured, don't feel that it's the most important thing you need to do. The most important thing you need to do, of course, is document the accident, get your medical attention, and then dial those numbers that you have saved in your phone for so many years, so many months, so many days from hearing DJ Roy, Oxtail, Jabba, Cali B, Dubmaster, everybody out there that's been kind enough to support me in the things I do here at Pollack, Isaac DeCicco with the case handler team.
Indeed. And again, that number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Now, you got anything interesting coming up, Adam?
Yeah, I have a deposition tomorrow of a police officer. This is your boy, actually. Initials KW. He was hit by a forklift. He was dropping off.
I remember.
making a delivery. It's not funny because he's really badly injured.
Yeah, he's
making a delivery to a garage, an auto body shop. He's walking out to walk back to his truck, and a forklift comes and clips him from behind. He goes down. He's had some very serious injuries. We're taking it to trial, most likely, this case. But the police officer that responded to the scene didn't take his statement, only took the statement of the forklift driver, who you can imagine what they said. They said that he wasn't looking and walked right in front of the forklift, which is a ridiculous thing to even say. I mean, and even if that was the case, this is how stupid people are. Say that was the case, shouldn't they have warned him? Hey, watch out. So obviously, the forklift operator was not looking, and we did establish that the lift was actually up carrying boxes, so there's no way he could have seen forward. But anyway, we are deposing the police officer tomorrow to see if she's got anything else to say other than what's written on her report. I expect probably not. But that's interesting. Deposing a police officer is always interesting. And then later that afternoon, tomorrow in Queens, I have a deposition for a gentleman that was involved in a chain reaction accident. He had a neck surgery, serious case, going after serious money, and we're going to do his deposition, make sure he testifies as to his injuries, his limitations, and then hopefully put that case to bed sooner than later, because I think the injuries far outvalue the amount of insurance there is. So busy day tomorrow, and then let's see, a deposition of a doctor from a nursing home negligence case on Friday. A client, this is a terrible case, a 73-year-old man with MS was put in a nursing home. They let his ankles, develop bed sores so badly that it went to the bone. He developed what's called osteomyelitis. It's a bone infection, and they had to amputate his leg. So this is the podiatrist that was at the nursing home. So I don't know what he was looking at over the course of those months, but we'll find out. But that to me is one of the worst scenarios. I mean, what a violation that you put a loved one in the care of a facility because he couldn't take care of himself, and you can't take care of him because you're working and you have your things to deal with. So you put him in the hands of a facility that you would expect would give him adequate medical care, and they breached that. They breached that obligation to that patient. So we'll hold them accountable as we hold all the defendants accountable, and ultimately, who will be signing the front of the checks in that case, DJ Roy?
The insurance companies will be signing the front of the check, and Adam Handler, the case handler, and your clients will be signing the back of the checks. And people, you get one chance to get it right. There's no do-overs. There's no, I didn't like the figure that we settled for in the first place. Well, here's the thing. You want someone who's going to go after all the marbles, not a few of the marbles, all the marbles. And, of course, also knowing and realize when you've gotten most of the marbles, then let's take the marbles that we got, because we really gotten 80%, 90%. It's not worth risking to go a little further. And Adam knows when to make that choice. But also, you really have the last say, too. If you say go for it, Adam will. But he'll give you, but he'll tell you that, we're good right here. And there's a chance that we'll take in and we could lose it all. So he'll put it in your hands, but he'll give you all the information you need so you can make a sound decision so you can sleep at night. And I always say when you do things the right way, you can go to your bed at night and sleep comfortably. My friend that got hit by that crane or whether it was, he's in it. Every time I see him, he's in pain. That man. He's in pain. And this is no play. He's in pain.
He developed a terrible DVT and. Matthew Goodstein, my all-star associate, and I'm working on this case like it's our most important case. So justice will be served. It's unfortunately got to do this, got to do that, but ultimately, in a situation like that, they'd be fools not to offer us a significant settlement to make sure that he's fairly compensated for what he's been through.
Mm-hmm. And again, I got to say hats off to all those that listen to the program and make the phone call, because you're injured, you want to be compensated, and you want my attorney, Jabba's attorney, Marcus Wantis' attorney, RJ's attorney, Oxtail's attorney, the body's attorney in this neck of the woods. He's been helping people in the Caribbean community for donkey years, and he gets you what you need. That's right. Adam, my friend, it's always great talking to you, and keep doing what you're doing. Good luck tomorrow, my friend.
If you don't mind, I'd like to wish my paralegal, Sandra, a speedy recovery. She's been in the hospital all week with some health issues, and we love her, and we support her, and we want her back real soon. I'm sure she'll be watching the show now or on IRGM 360. So love you, and get back to us soon.
That's right. Feel better. Thanks a lot, Adam. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Take care.
All right. Adam Handler. Now, I tell you about this, when we say about this, we mean about this. And we mean the realist, too. He's a very real attorney, and he's an attorney that cares. Call him today.
The proceeding was for informational use only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcomes. To make an appointment with Adam Handler of Pollack, Isaac, and DeCicco, call 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Don't wait. Call now. 844-774-3529.